one fatal flaw in it, which is to get out of debt. But what is one thing? So what happens when you get out of debt?
No credit?
No credit, maybe. You'll still have your credit. You'll have your credit cards and stuff, maybe. Is that?
Spend it.
Spend what?
Credit that you just paid off.
Maybe. You don't have to.
Keep it more frugal.
So, be more frugal. Yeah, frugal's for men, in my opinion. Men should never be frugal.
No, I just meant that concept.
But yeah, like that's one. That is a fatal flaw. I hate frugality.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the sure path to to destruction for men, in my opinion. What else?
So
What is when you get? I hand you $500. Thank you, Art, for your work here at. What am I giving you?
Sense of accountability.
Sense of accountability? No. It's good though. What am I I give you $500 cash. What am I giving you? Have you ever looked at your dollar bills? Have you looked at your money before? Was that?
Cotton?
Cotton? Well, it is made of some kind of cotton. I owe you. But why? Like, what do you mean? Like, explain.
It's just giving you. It's just saying like, hey, I give you this in return for this.
But what? So the dollars are. You said it's an IOU.
No.
It's a note.
It's a note.
What is it?
Energy.
What is a note? What's a promissory note?
A written promise.
Promise to pay. So which is what? It's debt. You can't escape debt ever. Our system is based on debt. Sorry.
You okay?
Our system's based on debt.
Is that why they say the money's the root of all evil? Yeah, like, well, that's kind of the story. Like, is the paper notes the real evil?
Maybe. I don't know. But I know love of money, which is it's even worse with the paper notes because it's actually not money. Money is gold, silver, tangible thing. This is literally like if Lewis gave me a it's this nice little cotton shirt right here, right? This is more money right there, this necklace, than this cotton shirt is. But like this is more valuable than $1. Like this shirt, literally, that $1 is worth a couple cents, if that. The physical aspect, you can't. And so, but it would be like me. Like loving and hoarding that thing would be like loving and hoarding him writing on a napkin over here saying, I promise to pay you X, Y, Z. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I gotta hold on to this and don't take it. It's literally retarded. That's what anybody who's hoarding money is literally retarded. Pass it on. And use it to buy physical assets, use it to buy things that bring in more of that nonsense, and then you can buy more actual things. You can never escape, in our system, you can't escape debt. You can't. So when somebody says, I'm gonna get you out of debt, what does that really mean? Like, say you completely get debt free. Now, with your home, which is what? Is asset or liability? Your home? Liability, right? So you're not renting, unless you're renting it out to somebody, a room or whatever, and it's making more money for you. Now, you have to stay in the rat race to pay for that dang thing constantly, right? And then what? You're maybe you want to buy a home or something like that, but then your income, you're using your income to buy another home, which you're going to need to get with debt. Are you going to really pay $500,000 for a rental property? Do you think it's going to take years for you to do that in a normal way, right? Twice as probably more like 10 times as hard.
10, yeah.
Because
not enough hours in the day.
Not enough hours in the day. So it's great at getting out of credit card debt and loans and stuff, but then to actually then what? You're still stuck as a slave to debt. because you will never pay off your you'll never you'll always have an expense on your house, always.
200 grand.
Yeah.
What do you?
Even if it's all paid off, you're going to be paying, especially in California, what, $5,000 in property tax a year, $6,000, maybe more, home insurance, maintenance, and all other stuff. So now, like, you're always going to be a slave to that. So with the debt snowball, it's great for paying off, but then not for the next stage, which is utilizing debt to get you to where all those expenses are paid for. So you're actually wealthy and you're able to do things. Sorry. You know. So to me, it's good for people who are completely retarded with their finances, like completely, and it gets them on the starting point to move on to things that are much more effective.
Yeah, I was watching some Dave Ramsey videos on, and like one of the questions was, how do I increase my credit score when you're telling me not to have a credit card? He's like basically just against credit.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, why do you even have credit?
Mm-hmm.
Like, cash only, it's bad to have debt. And I'm like, all these business owners are fucking living on debt.
Yep.
Profiting on debt.
Yep. And and it's not realistic. It sells great books. It's a great marketing strategy. He seems like a great guy. But just like with Susie Orman or any of those financial people, they make their money off of people who want to get out of credit card debt because it's too much. But then they don't give a solution, real solution.
Fear. I'm sorry to cut you off.
The fear.
So the fear is like, oh, I'll fix this fear right here. Instead of giving you to not being that fear in the future, is like, no, I'll fix you. I'll put a Band-Aid on it right now.
Yep.
And then she can't be that. You gotta be smart. He probably has other stuff that he's holding.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, first get out of debt. Oh, now you have great credit. Come talk to me. Like, and now I'll tell you how to do this and that. Like,
I'll tell you how painful it can be to listen. I had a friend. So I used to be really big in the Amazon like selling space. Basically, where I've gotten like stopped in airports from people who saw my courses and things like that. It was like actually kind of cool, but kind of creepy. But it was, so I had a guy who learned how to, this is back when Amazon FBA, and you guys heard of Amazon FBA?
No,
Fulfillment by Amazon. Basically, you can sell, that's one of the easiest ways to start a business, by the way, even still, is you can sell things on Amazon. You can send it to their fulfillment centers, they'll fulfill it for you. They just take a cut. So all the prime shipping and everything like that, you just, like let's say Lewis had shirts that people really, really wanted, and he could print them all out, send them to Amazon's fulfillment center, and then when they buy, Amazon would actually ship them fast.
But I see people do like essential stuff like toothpaste.
So correct. They'll do. A lot of people will make like small, like stupid stuff too, like cute, like dumb things, and they'll make hundreds of thousands of dollars on it, like a bottle opener that also is a toothpick or something like that.
I saw on TikTok, dude, like during the pandemic, like whenever he was like indoors, this guy started selling, like he did 3 things. He did toothpaste, toothbrushes, and I think it was deodorant or it was like floss or something like that. And he was like a package. Yeah, it was floss because it was a package. And like people would buy it because they were like
Stuck in their house.
And then he started doing like, he was like, I don't want to get too big with it because he's like, what I'm making right now is like, I can't even handle like how busy he is.
Yeah.
what do you mean? Like he buys it, everything in bulk, puts it in a little package, and sells it for like 50% profit?
Yeah, it depends
People
on
are
how.
too lazy to do it one by one.
People even
Yep.
people even do like they buy like they flip stuff, like they go to like Marshalls or Ross.
Yep.
And they find a hat, and you can scan it, and then you can sell it on Amazon for Amazon's price.
So this is what I used to teach people. And so I would go to Ross or TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and there would be things like, there was like, for example, this Pocoyo little character car that you couldn't find in normal stores anymore. It's basically closeout. They were not going to make anymore. Scan it. It's $29.99 at Marshalls, but you scan it and it's like $139 on Amazon because people know that it's rare now. So I just buy like 10 of those things. Boom. Buy it for $30, sell it for $130. $1,000.
This is how long
like
ago?
that.
This is like
For me, this was for when I was doing this. It was about 5 years ago, but you can still do similar stuff like that. There's a lot more restrictions and stuff, but you can still do similar stuff. I'll get on my point with how painful it can be following Dave Ramsey's stuff. So when I taught how to sell on Amazon, I ran a thing called Online Empire Academy, which you can still see all the videos and stuff on YouTube. It has like,
can I record you?
what was that?
Can I record you as you go?
Sure, I don't care. The Online Empire Academy, I think it even has like 6,000, 7,000 views. My cousin and I had a course where we taught people how to do this, and one of the guys came through. I'll call him Dave. It's not his name, but he became. So not only did he learn how to sell, he became really good friends. But he was crushing it, 7 figures, just nuts. He became really popular selling his own like way of doing his selling. It was basically what he called like turning over things quickly. Thank you. So he was turning over things quickly, and what's this? And he was a staunch supporter of Dave Ramsey. So he comes to me and he's asking like, hey, how do I get out of like the tax situation that I'm in, basically? He's making millions. How do I get out of this tax situation? I said, well, this is what I would do. This is how I do it. I buy all of these real estate, depreciate them, so on and so forth. But you're going to need to, you're going to have to take out loans, but these are going to be for rental properties, so you're going to get cash flow. You can buy like a couple straight out, like in total, but then the rest leverage, because those ones that are straight out will pay for all the ones that are leverage, and then you'll literally just make profit on the other ones. And he refused. He's like, I follow the Dave Ramsey thing. I don't believe in debt. Debt is bad, yada, yada. And he's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And I said, all right, that's fine. Sucker paid like $300,000 to $600,000 in taxes every year. And he could have used that $300,000 to $600,000 to build an empire, build wealth, and eventually his business, because all businesses, not all, but most businesses, they go up and then they go down. Eventually he was no longer the hero he was, and goes back to just being kind of struggling and kind of doing his thing. He's still making ends meet and stuff, but lost that entire opportunity, and it was all because of following the Dave Ramsey thing. And this is not financial advice at all. That's all educational purposes. But that, to me, is one of the big pitfalls of it. If you are, I highly doubt Dave Ramsey doesn't leverage stuff. He probably has. I don't know. I might be totally wrong, but he probably has different companies that they leverage stuff. So technically he's not leveraging things. He's not using debt, but these other companies are, because that's literally the only way in our system to build any type of wealth at all. So
I've heard about the snowball method too.
You know how you learn all this stuff? It's by fucking doing something and learning and falling on your face. Like, he's gonna fall on his face. He's gonna go to school and be like, yeah, I'm the shit. I'm a business psychologist. I know all this stuff. And then he's gonna get out in the real world and customers are gonna be like, I ain't buying your shit. And then you're gonna go, oh man, what do I do? It just is what it is. You're gonna get some things from your school that you're gonna love. I get some things from jiu-jitsu that I love. Other things, I'll get my ass whooped. Like if I go against him with Muay Thai.
Hey, you do movies? Yeah. Thank you. Making movies. You want to fight with me?
That's good. Fight him on camera. Go.
my age and my...
You can do it. Derek will teach you.
I'm
He's
60 years old, so I have to be 60 years old.
16?
No, 60. 60. Right?
Yeah.
Is
You
it-
can do it any age.
And my side.
Yeah.
Enjoy, guys.
Thank you.
My bad. I'm doing that.
That's the thing.
But yeah, you have to. That's the only way you're gonna learn. He's gonna learn that, and I'm not saying this to knock it at all. You're just gonna learn it. It just is what it is. You're gonna learn that maybe 5% of what you get at school is actually useful, and the other hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever it costs you to do it, it's gonna be completely worthless. But you have to go through the process. I've spent millions of dollars on stuff that was worthless, but that got me to like the next level and the next level and the next level. You have to. There's no way around it. And I can talk, just like going on like the Grappling X app or Flow Grappling or whatever, and seeing a new move that somebody's doing. You're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try that next time. And then you try it and it freaking blows up in your face, right? You're like, oh, yeah, that didn't work. Maybe I messed up. And then you got to go and learn like what you did wrong, and eventually you'll pull it off. But yeah, you have to try it. You have to.
You gotta show up to try it.
You have to show up to try it. It is what it is. And so when you ask, like, how do you learn these lessons? Dude, as I said the last time, you didn't have a choice hundreds of years ago. You either fucking got out there and started hunting for your family, who's depending on you, or you die. Like, it's just is the way it is, you know?